As you can see from the title of the video, this is going to be the Spright Structure deck. This is the free version you get with one person using your code. I recommend using a code. You can find them in the comments or you can see them on screen here. Feel free to use any of the codes here. And if you use one in the comments, like it lets other people know you used it. You only get a benefit from 5 people using the code and like playing ranked or whatever. But I do have 2 versions of this structure deck. This is like the bare bones one. You have one structure deck, added some normal and rare cards in the extra deck. But I also have a better version of the deck, which is what the majority of my replays are. And I'm in plat currently. This is the better version. If more people use your code and play ranked, you can unlock some of these cards, which are SR like Deep Sea Diva, helps you get into a Link 2, Rank 2. Swap Frog works with water cards. And it also works with the Nimble Angler. If it's in your hand, you can discard it. I really like that you're able to play a competitive deck at such an early point of the game. Spright is one of the stronger, what I would say, last format decks. Meaning, currently, as you might see on the screen here, there's a best deck and it's K9. And K9 can play during turn what is called 0. Meaning it can play during your turn. That's the power that Yu-Gi-Oh is currently at. It's really fast now. A lot of reacting as soon as the game starts, regardless of whoever turn it is. And yeah, I don't think Spright keeps up with that. But Spright does keep up with all the other decks that were from like the previous meta. And I do really like Spright. I think it's a great deck you can get early on. If only one person uses your code, you could still play the deck technically. It's just, you're going to be missing Spright Sprined, which does help with the combos. Alright, this is going to be the first replay, and it's against El Canario. And they got a Fua, so if we special summon from the extra deck main deck, yeah, we're gonna make them draw a card. So they're gonna definitely get one here. Gonna special summon the Spright Blue from my hand. All the sprites can special summon themselves from the hand. It's quite nice. At least once. And we're going to make the Link 2 Spright Elf. This card's very powerful. It's banned in other Yu-Gi-Oh formats, TCG, I believe OCG as well. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, Master Duel it's not, so we can take full advantage of it. Our red can negate a monster effect. Forbidden Lance can stop our monsters from being affected by spells. It's a pretty bad card, but it is included in the structure deck, so I wanted to throw it in because it does stop Infinite Imperm, which a majority of decks run. Our opponent's going to activate a Ghost Mourner, which is going to negate our blue. What I could have done was not summon the elf in that zone, so that way I could have the blue protected from a non-targeting effect. But misplay on my part. Our opponent's going to be playing a Sunvalion deck. I think it's like a Link 1. They just bring out a bunch of other plants. I'm going to try to stop him if I can. So I'm going to summon out the Spright Carrot using a spell card, which can negate a spell and trap. They're going to activate Triple Tactics, draw 2. That card's really good. I do like it. It's like a Pot of Greed almost. They're going to set an Infinite Imperm in the Spright Elf column, so it's going to negate one of our Forbidden Lances. I'm going to switch everything to attack. And yeah, they're just going to shock into Infinite Imperm. That was a mistake on their part because I'm just going to chain the elf, but they're going to chain something to stop my elf. So 2 cards just to negate 1. Well, it would have been if I didn't have a negate of my own. So I'm going to negate their Ghost Spell. And my Spright Elf is still going to go through Reborn the blue. And it's going to get negated. At least I got my Forbidden Lance in the back, I guess. I have another one just in case. I'll most likely just use it to get in more damage because there's no spell and trap that can really stop me. I mean, there kind of is, but the Dominus Purge, nobody really runs those cards. The cool thing with the Spright deck is that you have this card called Gamma Burst, which is very searchable, so you can have it in your hand quite frequently. That makes all of your level 2 monsters just a little bit stronger. So I was able to swarm the board, and even though I didn't really create anything impressive from the extra deck, my monsters should be strong enough to clear this game. Sadly, they weren't. I don't think I played that correctly. There are some more options in the extra deck you could craft that could definitely have gotten rid of that Link 1, so I could have just cleared game there, but I think, yeah, I'm only using what is included in the structure decks. I'm going to negate that Therion card in the hand, and it's just going to stay in the hand. They can't activate it again. It's a once per turn. Meaning they only have a Link 1. And I'm going to negate their Link 1. Blue generally grabs Jet because Jet grabs a spell or trap, which can be another monster or just a bunch of damage. Alright, Deep Sea Diva is going to get negated. Deep Sea Diva isn't really a good card. I mean, it's okay in sprites, but I do think there are better cards. So I'm just going to special summon all my sprites from my hand. Red, Carrot, and I forget what that other guy is called. The one that like has the battle damage effect. Pixies. So in this combo, Spright sends a monster from the deck to the graveyard. I'm going to send the Angler, which gets me 2 monsters. Use those 2 monsters to go into an XYZ, which can get me any Spright monster. Actually, I think it's any level 2 monster from the deck. It's a very powerful card. I'm going to go for blue, which gets Jet, which gets my Gamma Burst. Have a little bit more protection during my opponent's turn. And I generally feel safe with Gamma Burst set. Now, I know it's kind of weird, but one card makes me feel really safe, because like all of that damage I just have on board from one card, and even if they like somehow target it or non-target, try to remove it, I just activate and chain. They gave up. All right, third replay. Start out with the starter. Blue, is it gonna go through? Potential negate would have been if I didn't have Forbidden Lance, which is going to protect my monster from spell traps. Again, Forbidden Lance comes in a structure deck. I don't think it's generally a super good card. It's very niche cards. I wouldn't recommend, but you know, it had its purpose, as you could have seen here. And blue Jet, grab the Gamma Burst, a little bit of protection. I'm gonna attempt to send Angler, goes through. Angler's gonna get me 2 bodies. Gonna use the Link this time, and one of the Beavers, and go into the XYZ, which can grab me a Swap Frog. Swap Frog can send a Swap Frog. Then it can add the Beaver back to hand, which I can normal because I have a normal this turn. And Beaver can grab cards from the graveyard, so I'm just going to grab that Fish, the Angler. Use both of them, go into the Elf. They're going to activate Dominus Impulse. Pretty cool. I think Forbidden Lance might have did something there. So maybe I could have had another one, you know. Niche card comes in handy sometimes. End phase, Galaxy Cyclone, target a spell trap on the field and banish it. And I'm going to target both of his. You're paying life points because you're banishing the card. And generally banishing is a little bit more better. As you can see here, one of his cards can activate in the graveyard. So MST, Mystical Space Typhoon, would have still given a potential option. Opponent is going first, and we have the Rageki. I'm going to speed it up. I like having Swap Frog and Diva in hand because if the next draw is a good potential normal summon, that means Swap Frog could also be summoned by discarding Deep Sea Diva. So got the blue, gonna fire off the Rageki. It's gonna get hit with the Drill Beam. Gonna use the Diva, get a Diva from the deck, summon the blue from hand, grab the Jet. Jet's gonna grab the spell, which can special summon the Spright from your deck. Take a little bit of damage, but generally it doesn't matter. It's insignificant. Gonna use Spright to send the Angler, get the 2 bodies, grab a Swap Frog from the XYZ2, Swap Frog bounce back to hand. Swap Frog's just sending a bunch of stuff, Ronin Tonin. I wish I had more XYZs. This is just cards included in the structure deck. I didn't even craft any normal and rare cards for this build. But yeah, I could have definitely made some more things. Regardless, yeah, that's game. Alright, open up with the starter, grab the Carrot, summon the Red. I'm insulated from spell or traps, Infinite Imperm, Ash Blossom, Maxi. I don't know if they have something I can negate it. So I'm going to keep those 2 cards on the field, and right here I'm going to make Spright attempt to send An Angler, I forgot it was in my hand. So misplay there. I'm like, okay, well now I got to get rid of my Carrot. Spell Trap can hurt me. Hopefully it doesn't come up. I don't know. I don't remember if it does. I'm going to be quite honest. Angler, though, is going to trigger from the Swap Frog, discarding and special summoning from the hand. So I'm still going to get my 2 Beavers, which is really nice. Going to go into Spright Elf. Ronan Tonin, banish special. Gonna go into Spright early. If I activate Elf's effect, I can negate a monster effect on the field. And Ronan Tonin, what are we going into now? Hit Knight Philly! Okay. Get the Carrot out. Set the Gamma Burst. I feel safe. Spell negation. We got monster negation. I'm just gonna fire off the spell negation right away. We're gonna destroy that card. Opening of the Spirit Gate, and I think we're playing against Ubell. Ubell's used to be a really powerful deck, but you know, kind of fell off. Did it fall off? I don't know. This guy's about to show me what he can do. I'm gonna bring back the blue. Blue's gonna get me a Pixies in hand. A little bit of a bonus battle phase damage if it comes up. Switch everything to attack. Swing once. What is that? Spirit of Ubell. If I destroy it, it's going to trigger. So I'm not going to send a link. I'm just going to send a non-link to negate this. And actually, I think I do send a link, but I don't destroy it. I don't know what I'm yapping about. Gamma Burst is going to boost everybody's attack. Attack with 1. I think that's just game. This last replay is going to be if only 1 person used your code, or you didn't get the bonus SR cards from 2 people using it, or 3 people making it to like bronze rank or something. This is a deck that I would put. It's right here on screen. You can see it. It's also at the beginning of the video. You can skip over to that. But yeah, I think the deck's cool. It's actually really good. As you can see, I'm playing against hand traps, but as I stated before, this deck is in no shape, way, or form top tier. This isn't a tier 0. This isn't, you can play during your opponent's turn. This structure deck is just a really good deck for a new player. Like, it genuinely has extremely powerful cards that could keep up with a lot of cards in the rogue meta. When people play fun decks and maybe they're not pro players, this deck can definitely compete. It's a very good casual deck, I would say. I wouldn't label it casual because it's better than casual, I would say. But yeah, I digress. Our opponent is playing, I think he's playing a dragon deck. We did, oh, we're gonna stop it right here. We're gonna stop this Bestial Magna Hunt just because it is quite strong. And if I can destroy it, that means I don't have to deal with it anymore. It doesn't really do anything in the graveyard currently. So I am willing to tribute a XYZ right there. A cool thing also with this trapped Spright Double Cross, I haven't showed it off yet, is when your opponent has like a monster like he has right now, I can take his monster and put it where my link monster points to, or if I have an XYZ, I can just attach it to my XYZ monster's material. I can also special summon the monsters from the graveyard to a link zone. It has a lot of utility. It's a really powerful card. I think this build runs 2 of it, and the more expensive builds, I think you only run 1. Because it's more of an option than like a guarantee, like win more. Like Gamma Burst, you kind of just win off of it, you know? That's why I run 3. Alright, this is going to be the final replay of the video. This replay is going to show off Spright, the structure deck, versus the current best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It's a deck that can play during my turn, as you'll see. They're going to be summoning a monster. I'm going to speed it up because it's very long. There's a lot of effects that go on. And I do misplay. They're going to go into the Umbral Horror. So if I activate a monster effect, they half my life points and they negate the effect. Oh, and they send a monster from, or a card, excuse me, from my hand to the graveyard. Extremely powerful. That's why I made the mistake of not summoning blue in attack position, because it would actually, you know, help me out a lot. In fact, any of these cards should have been in attack. They're gonna attack blue since he's in defense. That Umbral card does not get destroyed. If it was destroyed, I might have had a better fighting chance on my turn. So yeah, misplay. I don't know. That K9 deck is crazy. It's awesome. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you like the Spright deck. I think the Spright deck's kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's just cool. It's cool that they gave it out for free. And it's even better if people use your code, so be sure to use the codes in the comments. And my name is Kush, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Later.